Hi, my name is Mike Perez, and I am the orchard manager here at Weller Brothers Incorporated. The orchard that we're currently standing in is a second generation orchard that we planted. It's on the SG1 rootstock, and the spacing that we chose here was 14 by 22 feet. The rootstock, in my opinion, it's a real prolific grower. I'm impressed with what it's done so far. The trees are much bigger than I anticipated at this stage. We've been really impressed with the anchorage. It seems to hold up really well to any high winds. We've had very little breakage out here, if any, to tell you the truth.
We're here at the first commercial orchard that was planted on SG1 rootstock, planted in 2008. When this orchard was planted, the vigor of SG1 was not fully realized yet, so the spacing here is probably a little bit tight. What the grower has done here is to do hedging to get light down onto the fruiting surfaces and keep light on the floor for drying. In this orchard that has really good soil quality but doesn't have a boron or a salt type of inhibition on tree growth, the SG1 is probably more vigorous than it needs to at this spacing. But with those inhibiting factors, it could have easily dropped the tree vigor here back to where you wouldn't need to do regular hedging. We're at an almond orchard that was planted in 2011, which includes a replicated rootstock test established by the University of California Cooperative Extension. This rootstock test plot was planted with 8 different rootstocks. The purpose of this rootstock test was to look at overall vigor, ability to withstand fairly high winds, as well as boron, which is not only in the soil, but also in the irrigation water. Boron data has been collected over a number of years in this orchard, as well as overall yield. The highest yields have been seen on SG1 Titan. The boron levels have been most tolerable in the hulls of SG1 Titan. In the years since its original introduction, SG1 has shown, as in this orchard, to have boron tolerance. Like the other peach almond hybrids, seems to have a high degree of salt tolerance, and the root strength is among the highest of any peach almond that we've ever tested. After years of growers hesitating to plant peach almond hybrids in the Sacramento Valley, the SG1 has shown to be tolerant of most valley conditions, and the increased vigor and boron and salt tolerance are showing that it can be applicable in a lot of Sacramento Valley situations.
Prior to planting this orchard, all of our other orchards that we planted in the last 10 years have been on the Kremps rootstock. And we decided, you know, we're gonna go with a new variety that we haven't planted, but we also thought maybe we should try something different on the rootstocks as well. My boss and I were down at the Ammon conference in Sacramento and saw Paul Smith there with an example of an SG1 one-year-old tree that they had pulled out of the ground, and everything that I could tell looking at that tree was, this thing's incredible. It was pretty substantial, and it left an impression on both Buck and I, and so we decided to go ahead and commit to the order and do the entire orchard, and couldn't be happier that we did.